Hey ARMY and dance lovers, have you guys seen that viral video that's been blowing up on social media? The one where BTS's Jimin and JHope suddenly showed up at one of Seoul's most famous dance studios and within minutes left every professional dancer there absolutely speechless. I'm going to break down why this moment went viral and what actually happened in that studio that left everyone completely mesmerized. Trust me guys, after you hear this story, you'll have even more respect for these two BTS members. So here's what went down. That day, the legendary 1 Million Dance Studio was buzzing with activity because several top Korean choreographers were teaching dancers for a rookie artist debut project. The studio atmosphere was typical. Professional dancers focused on their training, hip-hop music pumping, everyone busy with their individual movements. Suddenly, the studio door opened and in walked two figures wearing hoodies and caps, faces half covered. But within seconds, whispers could be heard from every corner of the studio. OMG, that's Jimin and JHope. Guys, just imagine the feeling of those dancers. These are professionals who regularly meet famous artists, but they suddenly felt nervous and excited. Because Jimin and JHope's reputation in the dance world is simply unquestionable. What made it interesting was that these two BTS members didn't immediately show off or anything. They humbly approached the dancers who were practicing, asking what project they were working on, and showing genuine interest in other people's work. JHope, with his characteristic positive energy, immediately made the studio atmosphere more cheerful. Meanwhile, Jimin, with his naturally graceful movements, captivated people even during warm-ups. Imagine that, just warming up, but it looked like a masterpiece. So these dancers were showcasing the choreography they prepared for the rookie artist's debut project. The choreography was already really good, tight synchronization, consistent power, everything looked professional. But there was something interesting about Jimin and JHope's expressions while watching. They seemed to have a different perspective. There was this silent communication chemistry between them. And you know, when these two exchange looks like that, something's definitely about to happen. Can we try? Jimin said while taking off his hoodie. And guys, this was the moment that changed everything. When the music started, what happened next was literally beyond everyone's expectations. Jimin began with simple movements, just shoulder isolations following the rhythm. But there was something magical in the way he interpreted that music. Every hand movement told a story. His facial expressions changed with the music's mood with perfect timing. JHope, on the other hand, showed exactly why he's called BTS's dance leader. His sharp and clean movements looked absolutely effortless, as if the music and his body had become one. What was amazing was how they could create different movements, but still remain incredibly harmonious. Guys, what left the entire studio mesmerized wasn't just their individual skills, but their out-of-this-world chemistry. They were literally having a conversation through dance. When Jimin performed fluid and sensual movements, JHope responded with sharp and energetic moves, creating a beautiful contrast. Then there was a moment where they did mirror dancing, exact same movements but facing each other. Their synchronization was so perfect it looked like a reflection in a mirror. But here's the plot twist. Suddenly they broke from the mirror dance and started a freestyle battle. JHope started with super clean popping and locking, showing his strong hip-hop foundation. Every pop was right on beat. Transitions were incredibly smooth. He even added some acrobatic moves that made the entire studio cheer. When it was Jimin's turn, his approach was totally different. Instead of focusing on power moves, he showcased his contemporary background by mixing ballet and modern dance into hip-hop choreography. There was a moment where he performed a perfect grand jeté, then immediately transitioned into a sensual body wave. This combination created a unique style that none of those dancers had ever seen. What made their performance even more jaw-dropping was how they utilized the entire studio space to the maximum. They didn't just dance in the center, but moved to every corner of the room, involving other dancers as part of their performance. There was a scene where JHope jumped over a sitting dancer, while Jimin used the wall mirror as a prop for his dramatic movements. Guys, this is improvisation at a level that can only be achieved by dancers who are extremely experienced and have extraordinary spatial awareness. The climax of their performance was when the music began to fade out. Instead of stopping, they performed slow-motion dance that was super dramatic. Jimin did an extreme backbend while JHope froze in a windmill position. Then in total silence, they moved in controlled slow motion, showing mind-blowing muscle control and body awareness. When the music completely stopped and they returned to normal position, the entire studio fell silent for a few seconds before exploding with enthusiastic applause. But guys, what made everyone in the studio respect them even more was their attitude after the performance. Instead of being proud or showing off, they immediately approached other dancers to ask for feedback and share techniques. "How did you do that movement in the bridge?" Jimin humbly asked while trying to follow another dancer's movement. JHope was the same, immediately having deep discussions with choreographers about musicality and how to interpret different music genres. The rest of the time in the studio became an impromptu masterclass that was incredibly valuable. Jimin and JHope taught their signature moves, while the dancers shared their techniques and styles. What started as a regular visit turned into an unforgettable learning experience for everyone. But guys, the real tea comes from what happened after they left. The studio owner later shared in an interview that 3 other dancers got signed to major entertainment companies within the following month. Why? Because that collaborative video went viral, and industry scouts saw their skills. Jimin and JHope didn't just visit our studio, the owner said. They elevated everyone who was there that day. They showed our dancers on a global platform without even intending to. One of the young dancers who worked with Jimin on transitions later posted on Instagram, "I learned more in that 1 hour than I did in months of regular classes. Not just dance techniques, but what it means to be an artist who lifts others up." So guys, what actually made every dancer at that Seoul studio stunned by Jimin and JHope? First, obviously their world-class skills, technical ability, creativity, and chemistry that's beyond question. But here's what most people don't realize. Their skill level isn't just about years of training. It's about their ability to adapt, innovate, and create in real time with complete strangers. Second, their collaborative spirit. In an industry where competition is fierce and artists often guard their techniques, Jimin and JHope opened their knowledge freely. They treated every person in that studio as an equal contributor to the art form they all love. Third, and this is most important, their humanity that remains humble and always eager to learn. They proved that being a world-class artist isn't just about talent, but also about character and attitude that inspires others. But here's the kicker. They showed that true greatness in dance isn't about being the best person in the room. It's about making everyone in the room better. They didn't come to show off. They came to connect, learn, and create together. They demonstrated that despite all their achievements, Grammy nominations, Billboard chart toppers, and sold-out stadiums worldwide, they remain students who respect fellow artists and are always open to growth. That's what makes them truly special, and that's why people worldwide love them so much. This whole experience proves something beautiful about BTS that we've always known but sometimes forget. Their success isn't just about their music or performances. It's about their ability to touch lives, inspire growth, and create genuine connections wherever they go. Those dancers didn't just meet 2 famous idols that day. They experienced what it means to be part of a community that values art, respect, and mutual growth. How was that, guys? Amazing story, right? What was your favorite moment from what I just shared? Drop it in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more BTS and K-pop content. Hit that notification bell too, so you won't miss our upcoming exciting videos. See you in the next video, Army. Borahi.